Atma Namaste and welcome. Thank you for joining us for this June 2013 full moon meditation. So before we start with the lecture and the meditation, let's ask for divine blessing, shall we? Just open your palms to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the spiritual elders, to all the holy masters, to all the saints of all religions and traditions, to all the holy archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. You can pray to whoever you like. To my beloved and respected teacher, Master Chokok Sui Mahagu Jumiling. To all the higher beings, thank you for divine light, divine love, divine guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. Thank you for giving us this opportunity and this privilege in this meditation to be instruments of divine love, mercy, and compassion to the entire earth. Thank you for blessing us with a loving heart, an intelligent mind, and a powerful will that we may serve God and humanity. We thank you in full faith. So be it. All right. So thank you again for joining us. For a lot of you who've been following us with the meditations, the classes online, and some of you who are new, welcome. We usually have a short lecture on a specific topic before we do our meditation. And this time we chose a topic on forgiveness. Now, you might be wondering how come out of nowhere we decide to pick this topic. Well, it's interesting that in the classes we teach in pranic healing, one of the things that we notice is you can help someone, as in, alleviate their suffering, their pain through healing. But it's interesting that a lot of people, one of the main reasons they don't heal or the healing doesn't last is due to resentment. And as you know, resentment is the inability to forgive. I was healing one person one time. We're doing some cleansing on certain energy centers. And this person, after 20 minutes of cleansing, there was absolutely no improvement. So I just kind of tapped him, a little strong, just kind of shocked him and said, hey, why don't you forgive? I've been cleaning your back solar plexus. So you have front solar plexus energy center and the back solar plexus. The back solar plexus is where we store a lot of old stuff, anger, resentment, things like this. So it hinders the flow of fresh energy, prana, or in Chinese they call it qi. So I said, hey, why don't you forgive? I've been cleaning you for 20 minutes and there's no improvement. And he started crying. And this guy started crying. He said every time he closes his eyes, he sees his father yelling at him when he was a kid. And this guy's already probably 70-something years old. So you could imagine the father has been dead for 20 years, yet he's holding on to this anger, and he's actually hurting himself. And this is not very uncommon. In pranic healing, after you do healing on someone, they feel good, energy is flowing, they feel happy. But as soon as they remember who they're angry with and they get into it, within 15-20 minutes, as if you didn't do anything. In other words, it dirties the aura so quickly, it clouds their mind, their emotions, and before you know it, they're depressed. So I thought that maybe, since we have so much energy during the full moon, we'll use that opportunity to just flush stuff out. And the ones who are just joining us, the reason we do full moon meditation is because during the full moon, there's so much energy pouring down to the earth, everything gets magnified. It's just like pouring fertilizer in the ground. Everything grows, including the flowers, the fruits, and the weeds, right? So if you know anyone who works in a hospital, you will hear stories of them getting busier during the full moon in the emergency room, more people having accidents, getting stabbed, on the good side, more babies being born, right? And you also notice people who are normally emotionally stable in your life, for some reason, when it's closer to the full moon, things get stirred up, they get a little crazy sometimes. So it's because of this magnifying effect. So what one Tibetan teacher, the great Tibetan teacher, Holy Master Dwal Kul said, during the full moon, it's a time of opportunity or crisis. For the general public, it's a time of crisis because things get stirred up. Now, for people who are serious on their spiritual practice, on their spiritual path, it's a time of opportunity. It's just like instead of under a waterfall, that's tiny, you're under Niagara Falls. So much energy is coming down that you can harness that energy to flush out stuff that are normally difficult to flush out of your system, emotionally, mentally, right? You can also use that opportunity, like we always do, to absorb more information and teachings, because at that time, so much energy coming in, it just kind of drives the information to our system so we understand it at a deeper level. And after meditation, when you have so much energy coming down, you can use it to direct that loving, healing energy and these blessings to your projects, to the people you love, people who need healing, and so on and so on. All right. So in other words, it's a time of opportunity. And thank you for joining us so we can just harness this energy to make a big difference in the world. All right. So anyway, so let's go back. Why forgiveness? My teacher, Grandmaster Chua Hok Sui, as you see here in this picture, I remember he would always say, forgiveness is the key to happiness. He also said another time, forgiveness is the key to inner peace. So the question is why? You see, a lot of times the people we're angry with, it basically divided into two. One, ourselves, right? We made mistakes. We're beating ourselves up. I can't believe I did that. And so you just basically, beat yourself up emotionally, mentally over and over again. And you end up feeling depressed, like you're not good for anything, right? All of us been through that. And the second part is people who have hurt us. We're so angry with them. They've done wrong, so we don't forgive them. And sometimes you even vow to never forget, right? So these things are one of the causes of suffering. And of course, when you're angry and upset, there's no inner peace, there's no happiness. It hounds you. It becomes an obsession. At the same time, it just overpowers you that you cannot think clearly. So let's break it down. First of all, everybody is evolving, right? Nobody's perfect. I make mistakes, you make mistakes, everybody makes mistakes. As long as you have a physical body, we're still in human form at this time, we all make mistakes. So I remember Master Cho was always saying, everybody's evolving. We are all evolving. Evolution involves three things. One involves time, right? In other words, you don't learn things instantaneously. It involves time. There's a process, right? There's a process. In other words, you make a mistake, you realize, there was a mistake. How do I correct the mistake? And how do I learn from it so next time I don't make the same mistake? So there's a process. And of course, the third one is mistakes. So time, process, and mistakes. You say, well, can I evolve without making mistakes? In a way, yes, but actually in the big picture, no. Because by making a mistake, we learn, at least on the minimum, what not to do. Now, these mistakes could be small or could be big, right? So the first is to realize all of us make mistakes. I had my share of dumb things I've ever done. I look back, I go, man, it's only by God's mercy I'm still around with the dumb things I've done in the past. All of us make mistakes. The first thing is to realize that, hey, it is part of evolution. You beating yourself up do not make those mistakes go away, right? So you just say, look, the key is awareness. Awareness of what? Awareness that, hey, it was a mistake. That's the important part. The worst thing could happen is continue making the mistake because we're oblivious to it. Make sense? All right. So that's ourselves. In other words, hey, I messed up. I hurt someone. I can't believe I did that. Lord God, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. So at least, at the minimum, I learned that I shouldn't do that because it was bad. So learn to forgive oneself. Number two, other people. So you think about it. If we are entitled to make mistakes and learn from them and grow from it and evolve from it, don't you think other people should also have that privilege to learn from their mistakes? So a lot of times we think about it, say, hey, yeah, but they should know better. Hello, don't you think we should have known better too? It works both ways. So sometimes, it's sad, but sometimes it takes us making the same or similar mistake and learning from it. That's how we learn to be compassionate to other people making mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if you say something bad and you hurt somebody's feelings, you go, oh, I should not have said that. Then you go, okay, next time I'm not going to say nasty things anymore. I learned that I shouldn't do that. Then when somebody does it out of character or they were stressed out, that's why they say it, instead of coming down and beating them up verbally and emotionally, you say, maybe at that time they were going through difficult times and they were stressed out, so they could not help it. So it blurted out of their mouth. So these things, actually, just the realization alone, for a lot of people say, it's okay, I learned from my mistakes. These people should also be given that opportunity. Now, one thing that's very interesting, though, if I can just digress a little bit, what is the effect of this anger and resentment? I don't have to explain all the little details, but we'll just name a few. You notice that when you're angry with someone, it consumes you. So when it consumes you, there's no inner peace, right? It just drives you crazy. I can't believe. You replay this in your mind like a broken record over and over again, so you cannot function. It affects your relationships, affects your work, affects every part of your life. And if you think about it, it doesn't make sense, right? Now, if that's all it is, it's not really too bad. It's when you let it progress that it gets worse. So I remember Grandmaster Choa my teacher was saying one time, he says, look, when a person has so much anger, this anger, as it continues to consume that person over and over again for a long amount of time, the anger turns into hatred. In other words, when that person is full of hatred, then, it's like dropping deeper. Things getting worse. It consumes them. They cannot think. But on a deeper level, they're just so hateful. They're so angry. And it starts affecting even the people they love. They start pushing them away. And things that they normally can do at work, it's also suffering, right? So if the person still does not get out of it, so from anger, guess what? It turns to hatred, right? From hatred, it turns into vindictiveness. In other words, the person is so angry, it's not enough. Now they're hateful. Not enough. Then they want to get even. It's like, I can't believe this. So not only consumes them, there's the part of them that says, I have to do something. So from just a thought, an emotion, now they start to want to do something, they take action, right? And so when this vindictiveness becomes so strong of getting even, it could turn into malice or maliciousness. So you see the progression? It's just from somebody hurting you, you're angry. From anger, it turns to hatred. From hatred, it turns to vindictiveness. And then from vindictiveness, it turns to maliciousness. And then afterwards, guess what it turns out in the end? It's called regret. So the difference is, if a person let it progress that far, in the end, they will learn the lesson. But the suffering deepens and gets worse. And not only that, it could affect other parts of a person's life. At that point, the damage is so widespread that regret is really, really bad. You get what I'm saying? So I'm appealing to you the way my teacher was explaining to me that, think of it. Forgiving is actually good for you. It's healthy for you on all levels, not just emotionally, but in your relationships, in your finances, everything, because this seed of negativity could actually sprout and consume a person's life and take over. So literally, forgiveness is the key to happiness. Forgiveness is the key to inner peace. Now, how do we do this? We talk about what it is, what it isn't. Let's go into more detail. So first thing is, as we said before, realization that everyone makes mistakes is part of our evolutionary path. As we make mistakes, we learn from it, we evolve. You and I, who we are today, the way we think, the way we feel, is a sum total of all the mistakes and the lessons we learn from those mistakes from many lifetimes. I'll give you an example. Sometimes people say, I wish I knew what happened in my previous lifetime so I don't make the same mistake again. Makes sense. Now, there's this author, her name is Annie Besant. She's from the Theosophical Society. She said something very, very profound. She said, everybody remembers their past lives. I go, really? You said, I don't remember a thing. You see, you do not have to remember the exact detail of what happened to be able to extract the lesson from it. So one of her stories, I'll just paraphrase, was something like this. There's this person who cut his finger accidentally with a sharp knife. Okay, accidentally. And at the end of the day, it healed. It healed in a sense. It's not bleeding. He put a Band-Aid on it. It's not hurting as much, but it still stings. And emotionally, he thinks about that knife and how it hurt. It still traumatized him. So you fast forward a week. Okay, I'm just kind of paraphrasing here. A week, probably just a little bit of a scar, maybe a little bit of fresh, like a flesh wound now, right? Emotionally, he's not so angry about it. He's not upset, but it's still there. It reminds him. Okay, let's speed up the clock. 5 years. 5 years from now, he probably no scar. I mean, if he just has a small cut, right? Probably doesn't even remember what happened. And just so sometimes he looks at his hand. Oh, I remember something like that happened 5 years ago. But here's the interesting part. He notices that every time he handles sharp objects, he is especially careful. You see, he does not have to remember the exact moment, the agony of the pain when he cut his finger. But he was able to extract the lesson that, hey, from that point on, make sure to be careful when you handle sharp objects. In the same way, according to Annie Besant, that's how we remember the lessons we learned from the mistakes we made in the past, whether in a past life, in a recent time, or whatever. You know what I mean? Because as we go through life with certain ideas, what to do, what not to do, all of this are basically bits and pieces of information that our data banks have accumulated, and we respond to the environment, without thinking, right? That, hey, do this, don't do this, this is right, this is not right. It is all from lessons we've learned from before. So the point is, all of us make mistakes, and from those mistakes, we grow. Now, of course, don't say, oh, if that's the case, let me intentionally make a mistake so I grow for it. Obviously, that'd be pretty dumb. But the whole idea is, that should give you an idea not to be too hard on yourself. Just say, as long as I learned the lesson from it, that's the important part. Okay? For most people, just doing that, they say, okay, it's okay to make mistakes. I mean, I was a kid before. I was 5 years old. Now I'm whatever age. So the things I learned from then, I would not do now. So at least I grew. So whatever mistakes I made a few days ago, hey, I learned from it. At least from here on forward, I will have the awareness. I won't make the same mistake again. So it's okay. You're not so bad. You learned the lesson. That's the important part. So do your best not to make the same mistakes. Make sense? Okay. Now let's talk about other people. So again, it is only right that we extend that courtesy to other people, that they're going to make mistakes, right? As St. Francis, in the prayer of St. Francis says, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned. Or in some of you read the Bible, it says, do not judge so you not be judged. Because if you think about it, if you're so hard on other people, are you saying that, hey, you don't make the same mistake? You could have, right? We've had our share, so why can't other people make mistakes? You say, yeah, but it was really bad. Well, how do you know that when we hurt other people, we didn't hurt other people just as bad? So the whole idea is to think about it. Look, they're also evolving. And I remember one time, one of the classes, Grandmaster Cho talked about this. Sometimes, if we just ask a series of questions about the anger and hatred we have for somebody who has hurt us, maybe it will help give us a realization that it is not as bad as we make it, and it's easier to forgive. For example, somebody has hurt us, right? Number one, you say, look, is it just possible? And these are just questions. Is it possible that the reason this person did this is because at that time they were in a difficult situation, so they could not think clearly. They did not have the awareness that they're actually hurting us. That's possibility number one. Possibility number two, is it just possible that because they had such negative experiences in their childhood, in their past, that we did something that kind of triggered it, and they subconsciously just blurted out these words or did something that hurt us? Is it just possible that if their circumstances could have been better, they might not have made that mistake? It's possible. Third possibility, again, these are just questions. Third possibility, is it just possible that we were not aware that we actually did something to them that had them react that way to us? Is it possible? Is it possible the words that we use, even though we didn't mean anything bad, it came across a certain way, so they reacted to it, so they become emotionally or verbally violent to us? You get my point? Or they did something to hurt us. Next possibility, again, these are just questions. Is it just possible that there's a lesson that needs to be learned here? Maybe karmically, in the past, we've done this to other people, and this person is simply being used. The circumstances happen that this person becomes the instrument for us to learn this lesson. In other words, it's not because they really want to hurt us, but the circumstances played out in such a way that this person and this situation is being used for us to learn the lesson. Hey, wow, maybe I did this to someone before, and it is just coming back to us. Or maybe this little thing that's happening, even though they hurt us, is a reminder to us not to make that mistake, to prevent us from making a bigger mistake in the future. That's also possible. Do you get my point? So by asking these questions, you say, look, these are all possible, but regardless of what happens, everybody makes mistakes. by forgiving and letting go, it gives us inner peace and gives us the ability to move on with our life and actually enjoy life in general, rather than hauling or pulling a ball and chain from the past. You get what I'm saying? Now, one thing that's very interesting though, and this is just kind of, for some of us, sometimes we can be so hard on other people. Think about it this way. If you are so judgmental and so hard on someone, it assumes that you got that lesson right, that you will never not make that mistake. Because you're so judgy, you're like, hey, that is wrong, you should not do this, and you're really so hard and you would not forgive. It implies that you know what is right all the time. So karmically, in the big scheme of things, one of the reasons why the teaching is judge so you not be judges, if you're judging someone, you better not make that same mistake. That's one. Number two, and as you pronounce so hard of a judgment on someone and not forgive them, hold that resentment, it goes both ways. That means if we hurt someone, karmically, it also means that person will hold it against us and not forgive us too. Can you live with that? Just questions. You see, the purpose of these lectures is to just give us the awareness, like maybe there are certain lessons which you have not yet learned. And what I value so much with my teacher is when he was teaching, he brings these things up to our awareness and our consciousness that you go, you know what? Yeah, maybe it's not as bad as it seems. Maybe I should forgive. Now, to put it all together, he said something very interesting. Master says, even if you forgave for your own sake, it's all right. In other words, I forgive this person so that I will have inner peace. I forgive this person, I can let go so I can move on with my life. Even if the purpose of forgiving is quote-unquote selfish or self-interest, it's still okay, because you know what? In the end, it works. Now, let me add one last thing before we go into the meditation. When you're so angry with someone and you don't forgive them, several things are happening. Number one, we already talked about it hurts us, right? Number two, the power of thoughts, the power of emotions. As a person harbors anger and resentment, they consciously or subconsciously shoot negative thoughts and negative energy towards the other person. And so when you do that, you are actually implanting negative energy into their aura. And as we do that, we're actually making them worse. It's just like you keep projecting negative thoughts, they get worse. So it hurts us, it hurts them. You get what I'm saying? A simple example would be some of us grew up with adults telling us, hey, you'll never amount to anything, you're no good, so on, so on, so on, right? These are negative thoughts. Haven't you noticed sometimes you're doing something that is good, something you know you can do, but that little voice, that little doubt comes up. It's irrational. But suddenly you remember when you were a kid, somebody says you'll never succeed. It has nothing to do with the present situation, but guess what? It did affect you, right? So in a similar manner, when we project these negative thoughts to someone out of anger or resentment, we are implanting these negative thoughts at them. And so it will hinder their ability to grow and evolve. You see what I'm saying? So overall, it's good. It's not good for us. It's not good for them. Now, if you just say, okay, I forgive you, I let you go, so I can have inner peace. So I won't project negative thoughts at you. Anyway, as there's a saying in Filipino, God is not asleep, or as you said, you heard in law of karma, what goes around comes around. I leave it to God. Some of you remember in the Bible, vengeance. Lord God said, vengeance is mine. Right? So just leave it. Let's move on with my life. It's good for us. It's good for them. It's good for them. All right? Now, what we're going to do to kind of make this more real is, as we do the full moon meditation, we'll just go ahead and kind of weave it into the meditation itself. And a lot of you are new. We have this meditation called Meditation on Twin Hearts. The reason it's called Meditation Twin Hearts, twin, as in two, right? The human heart and the crown is the divine or the spiritual heart. So when you go to this meditation, we use the prayer of Saint Francis. And as we use that prayer of Saint Francis, there's a part where it says, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love, right? Where there is injury, let me sow pardon. In other words, when somebody gets hurt, somebody hurt us, we learn to forgive. So we'll weave the meditation on forgiveness into it so that as the energy is already pouring like a waterfall and you insert that meditation of forgiveness, it's just like the current is so strong, it's easy for it to get flushed out of our system. How's that? All right. So before we start, just get up and do some shaking. This is going to be a 15-20 minute meditation, or depending on what we're guided. Okay. So just get up and shake, stretch, so that you can handle the intense amount of energy flowing down. All right. Okay. You ready? All right. Let's officially ask for divine blessing for the meditation. To the divine supreme God, divine Father, divine Mother, to all the spiritual elders, to all the holy masters, to all the saints, to all the holy archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. You can pray to whoever you like. To my teacher, Master Chokok Sui, to Mahaguji Mailing, to the Lord Christ, to the Lord Buddha, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the high beings. We humbly invoke for your blessings of love, light, guidance, help, healing, and protection. Thank you for giving us the heart, the awareness, the consciousness, the ability to forgive and let go, and to allow your divine blessings to flow through us freely. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. All right, you ready? Okay, sit comfortably. If you like, put your hands on your heart like this. We'll first affirm oneness. As we affirm oneness, we increase the spiritual connection. As the connection is made, we can connect to each other as one, and then we do the meditation, let the energies pour through us. All right, just put your hands on your heart area like this. Close your eyes. Repeat after me verbally. I am that I am. I'm not the body. I'm not the emotion. I'm not the thoughts. I am the soul. I'm a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am the soul. Just be still. Put your awareness on your crown, the top of your head. I am the soul. I'm a spiritual being of divine intelligence, love, and power. I am the soul. Now raise your awareness higher than the crown. Let it expand. Let your awareness expand. I'm connected and one to my higher soul. Just be still. I'm connected and one to the divine spirit within me. I am that I am. I'm a child of God. I am one with God. I am one with all. There's only oneness. I am that I am. Just be still. Now just follow silently. I am that I am. I'm not the body. I'm not the emotion, not the thoughts. I am the soul. I'm a spiritual being of divine intelligence, love, and power. I'm connected in one to my higher soul. I'm connected in one to the divine spirit in me. I'm a child of God. I'm one with God. I'm one with all. There's only oneness. Separation is an illusion. This I'm affirmation, given to us by my teacher, Master Chokok Sui, allows us to connect to God in a stronger, more intense way. Just be still. One of the powerful words of power mantra that it's taught is Om Namo Para Brahman Om, which simply means I, the spiritual self, or I, the soul, salute the Supreme God. So it is. So just allow your awareness to expand further. Allow yourself to just kind of melt into the infinite ocean of light. Just let go and listen. Om Namo Para Brahman Om. Om Namo Parabrahman. Om. Maintain your stillness and awareness. Just let go. Let go. Let go. Now. I am one with God, I am one with all, there's only oneness. Maintain your stillness and awareness. Simultaneously, imagine you're inside the big bright sun looking out into the solar system. Just say, we are one. We are one with God, we are one with all. And in this oneness, we allow ourselves to be instrument of God's love, mercy, and compassion to the entire earth. With your eyes still closed, tongue still in the roof of your mouth, maintaining that state of oneness and stillness, raise your hands in blessing position, facing forwards. Visualize the earth in front of you, in front of your hands. We will use the prayer of St. Francis. Focus on your heart center, in the center of your chest and your hands. Visualize beautiful pink light from your heart flowing through your hands to the entire earth. Just repeat with me silently. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, let me sow love. Allow your soul, your entire being, allow your heart and your hands to be an instrument of God's love and peace to the entire earth. Flood the entire earth with peace and with love. So be it. Just be still. Let the blessing and the love flow through you. Where there is injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. To whoever I have hurt, in however way I have hurt you, whenever I have hurt you, I have learned from my mistakes. I humbly ask for your forgiveness, and I accept your forgiveness. So be it. Thank you. I forgive myself. I know that making mistakes is part of evolution. Whatever mistakes I have done in the past and to whoever I hurt, I'm sorry. I now realize that I've made those mistakes and learned from them. So therefore, I forgive myself. And from this day forward, I will do my very best, not just try, I will do my very best to practice awareness so I don't hurt others and I don't hurt myself. Lord God, with your blessings, so it is. So it is. Take a deep breath and exhale. To whoever that have hurt me, we are all children of God. We are all evolving. As my teacher, Master Chokoksui, always says, evolution involves time, process, and lots of dumb mistakes. I've had my share of mistakes and learned from them. So can you. To all who have hurt me, God's peace and love be with me. God's peace and love be with you. Namaste. The divinity in me, or God's presence in me, honors God's presence in you. Namaste. I completely forgive all of you. Go in peace. Go in peace. I forgive you. Completely. I release you. So be it. May you be blessed with inner peace. May you be blessed with inner healing. May you be blessed with spiritual growth and maturity. May you also learn from your mistakes and grow from it. I wish you the best. Namaste. Go in peace. I forgive you. So be it. So be it. That is the deeper meaning of where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Just take a deep breath and release them out of your life. If you like, you can use energy, just cut the negative connection. Cut and cut. So be it. Maintain your stillness and awareness. We continue with the prayer. Where there is doubt, let me sow faith. Where there is despair, let me sow hope. To all who are suffering, anywhere in the world, may you be blessed with a new hope and a new faith that things will improve. Your life will improve. With God, all is possible. And so it is. Bless your friends, your loved ones, people you know who are going through difficult times. Bless people in different parts of the world that are having difficulties. Bless Syria. Bless the country of Turkey. Bless different parts of Africa. Bless different parts of the Middle East. And whatever country you come from, you know the areas that are having problems. Bless the entire earth, every person, every being, whoever is suffering. May you be blessed with hope and faith. May your life improve. With God all is possible. And so it is. So it is. Where there's darkness, light. Where there's sadness, joy. From the heart of all loving God, through our soul, through our entire being, let every person, every being on earth be blessed with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness and reconciliation. Let all be blessed with hope and faith, with light and lots of joy. Say, so be it. May all be blessed unconditionally and without exception. So be it. Especially the people we have hurt, may they be blessed. May they be healed of what pain and suffering we've caused them. The ones who have hurt us, may they be blessed with healing and realization and awareness. May they also grow and learn from their mistakes. Blessings be to all, without exception. So be it. So be it. And I forgive myself. Lord God, thank you for my healing. Thank you for forgiving me too. In full faith, so be it. So be it. Now, Be aware of your heart. Keep your hands where they are, facing and blessing the earth. Move your awareness from your heart up, up, up to the top of your head to your crown. Be aware of your crown. It is now glowing with beautiful golden light. Let that golden light flow down through your hands to the entire earth once more. Flood the earth with beautiful waves of golden light. From the heart of all-loving God, through my soul, through my entire being, let every person, every being on earth without exception be blessed with loving kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. Blessings be to all. Let every person, every being be blessed with love and kindness. Bless your parents, your children, your family, your relatives, the people you work with. Let the radius expand further to the city you live in, to the country you live in, and then to the entire earth. Blessings be to all. Let all be blessed with peace, love, and kindness. So be it. So be it. So be it. So be it. Now, be aware of both your heart and your crown together. Allow beautiful golden light to flow from both your heart and your crown through your hands to the entire earth. Literally flood the earth with beautiful golden light. And just follow silently. From the heart of God, let every person, every being in the higher worlds, the middle worlds, even the lower worlds, in all 8 directions, in all dimensions above and below, let all beings in all dimensions be blessed with loving kindness. Let all be blessed with inner peace and inner healing. Let all be blessed with understanding, harmony, with goodwill and the willingness to do good. Let all be blessed. Let God's infinite mercy, love, and compassion permeate all. Blessings be to all. So be it. And especially the people that have hurt us and the people we have hurt, may all of them be divinely blessed now. So be it. So be it. So be it. Let all be blessed with peace, love, and kindness. So be it. Without exception. So be it. Maintain your stillness and awareness. Gently lower your hands on your lap, palms up. Just keep your eyes closed. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Above your crown, imagine a beautiful golden flame. Look at this golden flame. Meditate on that beautiful golden flame. Just be still. Just wait. Maintain your stillness and awareness. Meditate on the silence and the flame in between each mantra, Om. Just be still. Om. Om. Just gently be aware of the silence in between each Om, simultaneously looking at the beautiful golden flame. Om. 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 Amen. Om. Be still, be aware, and just simply let go now. Allow yourself to just gently dissolve into the infinite ocean of light. Just let go now. Let go. Maintain your stillness and awareness. Simultaneously, be gently aware of your crown. The brilliant divine energy is pouring down to your crown. It's disintegrating, cleansing, removing any negative thoughts, negative energies in your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is highly energized, highly activated. The divine energy is pouring down in between your eyebrows and the back of your head. Any negative thoughts, negative energies of anger, resentment, hatred, vindictiveness, or maliciousness are now dissolved, disintegrated, extracted, properly disposed of by the divine current. Your crown, your entire head, all your head chakras are being cleansed. Your ajna, back head, forehead chakras are being cleansed and properly energized. The divine energy is pouring down to your throat, your jaw, and your neck. Your jaws, your neck, your throat chakras are being cleansed. Any kind of anger, resentment, negativity are now being dissolved, disintegrated, extracted, expelled. So be it. Your throat chakras are cleansed and properly energized. The divine energy is pouring down to your front heart, your back heart. It's entering the back of your heart in between your shoulder blades. It's saturating your emotional body, or what most people call the astral body. It's also saturating your front and back solar plexus chakras. The front and back solar plexus, front and back heart chakras are gateways to your emotional bodies. As you allow it, the liquid divine light is pouring into your front and back solar plexus, into your back heart, and into your emotional bodies, saturating with brilliant, brilliant electric violet divine energy, disintegrating, dissolving any traces of anger, resentment, any kind of hatred, any kind of vindictiveness or maliciousness. Any of these energies are completely dissolved, disintegrated, extracted, properly flushed out of your system. With God, all is possible. So be it. So be it. You just have to allow it. So be it. May your entire astral body, your emotional bodies be flooded with waves of love, sweetness, joy, and lots of happiness. May this joy and happiness permeate every particle of your emotional bodies, as well as your mental bodies. So be it. May the angels of love flood you with lots of love and sweetness. So be it. So be it. The divine energy is pouring down and cleansing your navel, your sex center, your entire spine, down to your tailbone. All your chakras are now flooded with waves of love, sweetness, joy, and happiness, being purified completely and thoroughly of all any negative emotions, negative thoughts. So be it. Just be still Every particle of your being is saturated with love, joy, peace, happiness, and ananda, bliss. So it is. So it is. Just be still. Just allow it to happen. Let love, joy, and peace permeate your entire being now. So be it. So be it, and so it is. Tatastu, so be it. Now, raise your hands in blessing position once more, like you did when we started. We're now going to bless our friends, our loved ones, our projects. Just release the excess energy our body cannot absorb and use it to bless the ones who need it. First, visualize your family and friends. May all of them be blessed with good health, happiness, prosperity, and spirituality. Let all be blessed, so be it. Let your loved ones be blessed, your relatives and friends be blessed, so be it. The people you work with be blessed. Blessings be to all. Bless your city, bless the country you live in, bless the entire earth, so be it. Now, if you like, if you have any projects, any goals, any aspirations, either visualize them in front of you, or the ones who wrote them down, just put them in front of you. Just say, we are one. We are one. As we say this, we connect with one and more energy flows through us. May all these projects be blessed by God. May all these goals and aspirations be blessed by God through us. May they be blessed. So be it. So be it. If you need a better job, your finances need to improve, you have loved ones and friends who are having difficulties financially, they're having emotional issues, physical ailments, may all of them be blessed and healed them by God. So be it. Project the energy. Let this energy spread throughout the entire earth. Let there be peace and love throughout the entire earth. So be it. Let all those who are suffering be blessed. May all be blessed unconditionally and without exception. So be it. So be it. So it is. Now, to further ground yourself, focus on your feet and the base of your spine. Will project beautiful golden light down into the earth. And just repeat with me. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to beloved Mother Earth now. So be it. So be it. So be it, and so it is. All right. Have your palms up. Let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme One, Divine Father, Divine Mother. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers of all traditions. To my teacher, Master Tswakok Sui Mahagu Jumeling, to the Lord Christ, to the Lord Buddha, to all the high beings, thank you for this opportunity to serve. Thank you for the blessings. We accept your blessings. We thank you on all levels, in full faith, so be it. All right. All right, you may open your eyes. How was it? You notice quite intense, but loving at the same time. I hope that a lot of you were able to release a lot of the negative thoughts, negative emotions that have been tormenting you, or negative thoughts, negative emotions that have been just consuming you. And the nice thing about this meditation, as you just get into it more and more, and just the key word is allow it to happen. God is all loving, all merciful. God allows us to make mistakes, but also the ability to learn from them. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the lecture and the meditation. And the nice thing about this, you can use one button, press play, repeat the whole thing again. You can take notes. You can rewind, play. Invite your friends who have difficulty, who are harboring a lot of negativity. Just invite them to push that button, listen to the lecture, practice the meditation, and give them the opportunity, just like you and I have, as we take these teachings, to forgive, let go, and increase our spiritual connection. All right? And not to mention, the byproduct of that is better relationships, inner peace, good physical health, right? So anyway, namaste. Thank you very much for joining us. As always, we value your comments. Somewhere here, press a button. We call it the one finger technique, one finger enlightenment technique, one finger comment technique, whatever. Give us your comments. We'd like to hear from you, how you like it. We try to make Message Choice teachings practical, practical as in we can use it in our daily life. And we'd like to hear from you how you like it, how you don't like it, if you feel like we're nagging you, whatever. Anyway, please leave us comments, all right? And as always, a lot of you have been donating to keep this video ministry, we call it the video ministry, free. And that's great. May you be blessed by God many, many times for your generosity. And the ones who would like to donate, if you like, great. There's a button here, press, donate something if you like. If you don't want to, you just want to continue absorbing, that's fine too, we just do the teacher's work, we do God's work, we do our best to somehow remind people of God's love through the teachings. All right? So I think that's pretty much it. Atma Namaste. God's blessing be with you. And don't forget to tune in to all the different videos that we have here. We have full moon meditations. We have lectures. We have different techniques to allow you to have more physical health, better relationships, and so on and so on. So tune in and tell your friends about it. We're also on Facebook, wherever social media that you feel. It's I think it's under Master Stephen Co. in Facebook. All right, we just made it easy, and we do our best to kind of put little lessons here and there that my beloved teacher has taught me. Just remember one thing. We're always going to make mistakes. That's just part of life. And the key is to make as little as possible. And whatever little mistakes we've made, learn from it so we don't have to make even more mistakes. All right? That's the lesson. And learn to forgive those who have hurt you. As like we would like to be forgiven for the big mistakes we've made in the past or small ones. All right? Again, Atma Namaste. You guys take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.